So I've currently got a beautiful little girl in my arms, and this is day 4 of me being a dad. And it's been bubbling up for the last couple of days to make a bit of a video diary about my adventures of being a dad. And oh, yes, good sneeze. And what it's like. So I've been studying something called conscious parenting. The first time I heard about it was about 4 years ago. There's an amazing speaker called Wayne Dyer, and he teaches about raising something called no-limit children. And this is the idea that most people, adults and children, are like domesticated, right? We're conditioned from when we're a kid. And no-limit people, they break free of their conditioning. They be completely themselves, whoever they are. No hold barred, no worrying about what other people think. No-limit people do not care about what other people think. And that's what Wayne Dyer spent most of his life doing. So how can you raise children to be like that? Fearless and courageous and bold and unique, and to love those parts of themselves that are different. And then Eckhart Tolle talks about conscious relationships and how to raise conscious children. And Eckhart Tolle talks a lot about presence, being really present with the kids. And then there's an amazing book called The Mastery of Love by Don Miguel Ruiz. And in that book, they talk all about how most people, they spend their whole lives living from these emotional wounds that are created when they're a little baby. She's got the hiccups now. She's 4 days old. This is my daughter, Noura. Noura means light in Arabic. And then there's another amazing teacher called Dr. Shefali. And she wrote a book in 2015 called The Conscious Parent. And then she wrote another book in 2018 called The Awakened Family, which is what I'm currently listening to. And so you take all of this theory, and the idea is that there's this old archaic belief that parents are superior to children, that parents are the boss of the children, that they own the children, and conscious parenting is the total opposite of that. It's that you're a partnership, you chose each other, and you're here to enrich each other's lives. There's no hierarchy. Your needs aren't more important than the child's needs. Just because you want something doesn't mean that that's what happens. You work together. And obviously when they're a little baby like this, it's a bit more interesting how to get consent. So I just got a message today from one of my friends who does something called elimination communication. So from an infant like this, you can get them to teach you through signals when they need to pee and poo. And so you never need nappies. So you raise your child completely nappy free. They do their signal, whatever the signal is, could be like this, right? And then you take them to the potty. They poo and pee from when they're an infant, like this big. This is what they do in a lot of other countries. In the West, we use things like just disposable diapers, right? And I just made a post recently, absolutely shocked me. So average baby might do somewhere around 10 nappies a day. So times by 365 days. That's like 3,600 nappies per year. Per baby. That's insane, right? So being conscious is just about being more aware of your choices, being a bit more aware of why you do the things that you do. Why do we use disposable diapers? They don't do that in other countries. Why do you use toilet paper? They don't do that in other countries. It's a very Western thing. Just disposing of everything, right? My wife is Pakistani, and her family, they just use water. They have a little hand shower. In the UK, they have a hand shower. That's what they use after they do a poop. Why do we use toilet paper? Why do we use disposable nappies? Just that's what we've been taught, isn't it? And being conscious is about just questioning everything. This is the same on my spiritual journey, and this is also the same on the parenting journey. It's just, why do we do the things? Why do we feed our kids formula? In other countries, they have wet nurses, actual people who will come and breastfeed your kid for you. But in the UK, most mums don't even try and breastfeed their kid, do they? And that's no judgment. Everyone has their own choice. It's just interesting. So right now we're doing something called skin on skin. That's why my top's off. Oh, she's getting excited. So we're doing skin on skin. Babies learn a lot through the skin. They hear your heartbeat. They can smell you. Oh. And when we first did this, I had a really hairy chest. And if you can see now, my chest is shaved. So when she was first born, we did skin on skin, and you didn't like my hair. Oh, we're having a... Oh. So she didn't like my hair, so I shaved it off. Because I liked having chest hair, but she didn't like that. And skin on skin's important. So I put what I wanted aside, and I did what she intuitively guided me to. Because babies, they speak to us, maybe not with words, but with energy. You can sense their intentions. You can do that with people, by the way, too, with fully grown people and little people. You can hear their thoughts, you can feel their energy. Sometimes you just walk into a room and you just know, right? You just get a sense. A lot of people are very good at that. Babies are very good at that. So are animals. So I got this idea, it came through twice, to make this episode, this series called The Diary of a Conscious Dad. I think journaling and making a diary is really important. So I'm going to bring you some really interesting things that happen on my journey. We're currently in the hospital right now. My wife had to deliver by an emergency C-section. We had planned a water birth and a hypnobirth. Hypnobirthing is really beautiful. If you haven't looked it up, look it up. Lots of people, they film their entire birth so you can see it. You basically reprogram the way you feel about pain, because on TV they only show you that pregnancy is painful, giving birth is painful, but if you go watch some hypnobirthing videos, people really enjoy giving birth. Giving birth can be one of the most pleasurable experiences you ever have. Some women even orgasm while giving birth, but they don't show you that. They want you to think it's scary and horrible, but it doesn't have to be, does it? So we had this plan, we were practicing hypnobirthing. Let me know if you've tried hypnobirthing, or let me know if any of this is making sense. See, she's relaxed now. She likes to walk and be rocked. We also sing to each other, don't we? This is our first time making a video. I think it's going well. I was wondering how the crying would be. So yeah, we had a complication anyway. So we're here in the hospital. We've been here since 4 days. So this is day 4. So she's never even been outside yet. Have you? Never been outside yet. Okay. She's saying, Daddy, be present with me. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to keep you posted. More interesting things that come up being conscious dad. Hopefully you'll learn some cool stuff from it. If you have any tips, let me know. And I'm going to go be with my daughter now. Lots of love.